Hello everybody and welcome to another 5-Minute Stories with Miss Ashley. I have my little snake friend here with me. I just love googly eyes, don't you? Anything can become a toy. So our little snake friend is going to help us tell a story with all of these little pom-poms here. Let's count them to make sure we have all we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, we have 10 little pom-poms. Now, we're going to use our imaginations to bring our snake puppet to life, and our little pom-poms are going to be little mice. And here we go. We have 10 little mice who decided to go out and play in a meadow one day. So here they are, they're playing in the meadow. And they were very careful though. They knew they had to watch for snakes. Because what do snakes eat? They eat mice, that's right. So all of our little mice were playing in the meadow, having a wonderful time when, they all grew very sleepy. And they forgot to watch out for the snake. Instead, they all curled up in a heap in their little groups, just like this, and they fell fast asleep. Well, while the mice were sleeping, out of the grass popped a very hungry snake, and he was looking for his dinner. He came upon a jar, and he thought it was a very good jar because it could hold all of his dinner just like that. And so he decided to take it with him. And he was strolling around the grass when he came to the first group of mice. Yes, these will be very tasty for my dinner. And he put them in the jar. 1, 2, 3. 3 mice in my jar. It's delicious. But 3 mice is not enough to feed me. And so he took his jar and he kept going along until he came to another group of mice. And he added them to the jar. Let's see, I have 1, 2, 3 in my jar. So I'm going to pick 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I have 7 mice in my jar. Delicious mice. Shh, we don't want to wake the mice. But you know what? I'm very hungry, and I don't think 7 mice is enough to feed me. And so he picked up his jar, and he kept right along until he came to the last group of mice. 3 more mice to add to my 7. 8, 9, 10. Yes, 10 mice will feed me well. And so he took the mice back to his snake den. And just before he was about to eat the mice, he looked into his jar and found that they had all woken up. And one of the mice, the bravest of all of them, crawled up to the top and said, "But your jar isn't full yet. You can't possibly be full on just 10 mice. Look over there. There's a much bigger mouse than us that will fill your jar." And so the snake listened to the mouse, and he took off to catch that big mouse. And while the snake was gone, the mice inside the jar worked together to rock that jar back and forth, until finally, clunk, it fell down, and they all rolled out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All out they uncounted themselves, and they ran away. Well, the snake came back to find his empty jar, and all he had left was the big mouse that he had caught. But he realized it wasn't a mouse at all. It was a cold, hard rock, just as cold and hard as his jar. And he couldn't eat that, could he? So the snake had to take his jar and go back out on the hunt. And that's the end of the story. Well, your literacy tip for this week is Play pretend is an important learning skill for toddlers. Kids learn to solve problems and understand events around them when they are given the space to explore their imaginations. This story, which incorporates counting forwards and backwards, can be enjoyed in many ways using basic items around the house. For some fine motor practice, you can decorate a sock or a paper towel roll and have the children scoop up their mice and drop them into the jar. Change up the characters and setting and watch your children's imagination grow. Happy reading.